security area. You may not have picked up what I said in Polish. An hour ago, I took the decision to close down the Russian consulate in Krakow. This is because our Justice Ministry and security services have found proof that they were behind an act of arson in Poland a year ago. This was a huge fire of a shopping mall in Warsaw, in which just by sheer luck nobody was hurt. This is completely unacceptable. So the Russian consulate will have to leave. They'll have one more, and if these attacks continue, we'll take further action.
Politico, your fellow leaders here say that there can be no talks without a ceasefire. There's no ceasefire yet today. If there's none tomorrow, or the day after, or the day after, how long until you might have to change tack?
Well, it's regrettable, but Putin is showing us yet again who is the aggressor and who is the victim, who wants peace and who wants war, and we should draw the conclusions.
How much are you optimistic about this, about the ceasefire? I mean, you personally.
I can't read Vladimir Putin's mind. If I were him, I wouldn't have started this criminal invasion. It was made on hyper-optimistic assumptions which have all proven wrong. I think in Britain you have a saying that after 8 years every prime minister goes mad. Well, he's been in charge for over 20 years, and I suspect that he's fed ultra-optimistic information about the state of the Russian economy or the state of the Russian army. He's sacrificing tens of thousands of soldiers to capture a village or two. It would be sensible to end this misfortune, this criminal war, but Mr. Putin is not sensible.
Do you think we are closest to that to a ceasefire now?
Well, if he yet again rejects a ceasefire, then the logical conclusion is that pressure should be brought to bear, not on the victim of aggression, but on the perpetrator of aggression until he feels the pain and becomes more reasonable.
You mean which kind of pressure? Secondary sanctions?
I agree with General Kellogg, the US Special Representative on Ukraine, when he said that on a scale of 1 to 10, as regards sanctions, we're at 6, and as regards implementation, we're at 3. We could do much more, and we should. Thank you very much.
We'll have the Spanish Foreign Minister arriving in just over 10 minutes.
Good morning. I will speak in Spanish first on behalf of the Spanish media. Acudimos los miembros del G5 Plus aquí a Londres a una nueva reunión, en primer lugar, para apoyar la paz en Ucrania y, en segundo lugar, para apoyar a Ucrania en su defensa de su soberanía y la libertad. El presidente Zelensky, unido con todos los europeos, ha hecho una propuesta clara, firme, incondicional, un alto el fuego de 30 días que debería de empezar hoy. Los europeos queremos la paz, Ucrania quiere la paz. Es el momento de que Rusia y Vladimir Putin respondan si quieren la paz, si aceptan esa tregua incondicional de 30 días, que sería un primer paso hacia lo que todos queremos, que es una paz duradera, justa, acorde con los principios de la Carta de las Naciones Unidas. Y mientras tanto, los europeos, y hoy lo vamos a reafirmar, vamos a seguir apoyando a Ucrania tanto tiempo como sea necesario para que conquiste esa paz, para que conquiste definitivamente su libertad y su soberanía con todos los medios que tenemos a nuestro alcance. Un apoyo de todas las maneras posibles, incluido el equipamiento militar, un refuerzo de las sanciones, la utilización de los activos rusos congelados en nuestras manos y, por supuesto, la defensa del derecho internacional humanitario y de la Carta de las Naciones Unidas. The Europeans of the G5+ group, we come here today to London to a new meeting for two things. First, to support peace in Ukraine, and secondly, to support Ukraine in its struggle for its freedom and its sovereignty. The Europeans, we want peace. Ukraine and the government of President Zelensky want peace. Now it's up to Russia and Vladimir Putin to give their answer. Do they want peace? President Zelensky, together with all of us, has put on the table a very clear proposal. A ceasefire, unconditional, for 30 days. That will be the first step towards what we want, a lasting and just peace. And a just and lasting peace can only be based on the very basic principles of the United Nations Charter. And meanwhile, and we are going to express that today at the table, we are ready to continue supporting Ukraine as long as it takes in its struggle for peace, for its sovereignty, for freedom, and we'll do it in all and with all possible means, including military equipment, and also reinforcing sanctions with the use of the Russian frozen assets that are in our hands. It's time for peace, but it's also time to support Ukraine, because in Ukraine we are defending the very basic principle of the United Nations Charter, the dignity of Europe and also the security of Europe. Today around the table, we all want peace. We all support the proposal of the ceasefire, unconditional ceasefire for 30 days. We are waiting for the answer of Vladimir Putin without any further delay.
Would you advise President Zelensky to go to Istanbul and wait for Putin, even if he's not coming?
It's up to President Zelensky to decide. He is a democratic elected president of a sovereign government, so it's up to him. It's most to the Russian and Vladimir Putin that I would talk to. He must accept this unconditional ceasefire. If the conditions are met, this ceasefire, of course, is not an end in itself. It's a first step towards a just and lasting peace, and therefore the meeting in Istanbul, of course, would have sense. But if the meeting in Istanbul is just a way of delaying and really kicking the ball down the street, then it's worthless. Thank you very much. Sí.
¿Qué medidas concretas ha estudiado el Gobierno y va a presentar ante esta mesa para incrementar la presión sobre Vladimir?
Lo estamos trabajando todos los europeos conjuntamente. Hace mucho tiempo que todos trabajamos conjuntamente, solidariamente, en Bruselas, en el seno de la Unión Europea, junto con el Reino Unido y, por supuesto, junto con Ucrania. Y están ahí. Seguiremos apoyándole con todo tipo de ayuda económica, ayuda humanitaria, equipamiento militar, el refuerzo de las sanciones, y también España lo ha puesto varias veces encima de la mesa, y lo volveremos a hacer, el uso de los activos rusos congelados, que desde luego tienen que seguir en nuestras manos.
Are you concerned about the lack of, let's say, interest by the United States in Europe and in Ukraine? I mean, for instance, in Spain, this week we have the news that there won't be as many ships from the US Navy in Rota as expected.
After the meeting of last Saturday of the different leaders, they had a very meaningful conversation with President Trump, and we were more or less on the same page. But we don't have to wonder so much what others will do. What we have to decide is what Europeans we are going to do, and that's what we will be discussing today. And last question before I go. Sí. Yo creo que negociaciones de paz sin un alto el fuego previo no son negociaciones de paz seria. Hay una propuesta seria, concreta, un alto el fuego de 30 días, que es incondicional. Eso es lo que demuestra quién quiere la paz, como la quiere el presidente Zelensky, Ucrania y los europeos, y quién prefiere la guerra. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
So we don't expect the Italians to be here for about another 40 minutes. You're welcome to go back downstairs to the basement to get any refreshments, but would you just please make yourself known to my colleagues over there and they can escort you downstairs if you do want to go back downstairs to the basement.